Hello everyone, welcome to my art channel where we do painting videos. For this painting, I have started by taping down the sides of the paper with some masking tape, and I cut out a little sticker in the shape of a crescent moon from my tape. I just traced the 10-cent coin and then cut it out. It's fully optional, otherwise you can just paint it with some white gouache or acrylic later on at the end of the video, but this is just a neat little trick. I start by coloring my scenery with some bright yellow where the mountains are in the sketch. Then I add some darker yellow above and below the mountains because I'm gonna have a lake that is going to reflect the sky, so anything we draw in the sky is gonna be reflected backwards on the lake. I add a very subtle hint of pink where the yellow ends as a transition color from my yellow to the dark blue sky. That way they don't mix with each other and make a green. I take some phthalo blue and I start coloring the area around the moon with it. I'm using less pressure towards the yellow and the pink and more pressure as I move up. Also, I add again a subtle hint of that blue on the bottom of our lake. Then I take some dark blue, this is my helio blue reddish, and I just use it for the top section above the moon. I don't really need to use much pressure to get some saturated colors with these because these are artist grade pencils, so they have a lot of pigment in them. If you're using student quality, you may need to spend a bit more time to build up a nice strong color. I use a bit of violet on the sky and on the lake, just a very small amount, and then a bit more of the pink beneath the moon. I get my watercolor brush and I start blending from light to dark. I blend from the yellow of the sky towards the pink. I clean my brush because again I don't want my yellow to mix with my blue, and then I just blend the darker parts of our sky. I repeat this a couple of times to make sure everything is smooth and there are no pencil markings left behind, and then I repeat the same exact steps on the bottom over our lake. I quickly blow dry it with my hair dryer on medium heat. Alternatively, feel free to leave it to air dry for 20 minutes, give or take. It really depends on your climate, on the humidity levels, and similar factors. Then I color the mountain we have behind with my helio blue, aka my dark blue. I do apply it rather thickly because I want it to be very dark. This is a night scene, and if drawing is not your thing, there is a traceable available over at my Patreon page, Sunshine Arts. And like always, all of the supplies used will be linked down in the description box below this video, along with the reference picture. I quickly go over that mountain with my brush with barely any water. I just want to smooth it down and activate it. I start from the edge to get a nice crisp line, and then I just blend the bigger areas. Then I blow dry that as well, and I move to the mid mountain we have. And just like the previous one, I color it with my dark blue in a nice strong layer, and I also add a bit of black, focusing it mostly on the top. That way it's slightly darker than the one we have behind. I take my brush and again I activate it from the top of the mountain, from the edges towards the inside. Then again I quickly dry that one as well, and for the final one, for the foreground, I just use black. I color it rather thickly because if I do not, then I'm gonna have white patches of color showing up and it's not really gonna look nice with the whole scenery idea we're going for. Then I take my brush, again I make sure it's rather on the dry side. It's okay if it has some of the blue left over, absolutely not a problem, and I just go over the ground. I'm gonna try that one as well, and I'm going to add a couple of evergreens. They're framing our view. So I do a straight line and then zigzag over it, then another straight line, slightly bigger, and I zigzag over that. I'm going with a pyramid shape, just making my pencil strokes thinner on the top and then wider and wider as I approach the bottom, because that's what the evergreens look like. Lastly, I take a small amount of white gouache of white paint, I dilute it with a drop of water and splatter over the background to add stars. Yes, I could have painted the moon like this with the gouache instead of doing the whole sticker thing, but watercolor pencils are a water-based medium and I was scared that it was going to activate the blue and the moon would have been blue as well. So that's why I did the little sticker thingy. Lastly, I just peel everything off and we're done. I'd like to give a very special thank you to my patrons for the month of December. And thank you all for watching. If you found any value in this video, please let me know by liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see each other in the next video. Bye bye!